She was gonna do it when we got back.
Seems like a good one.
He asked me why there was only two commissioners.
Oh, she is gonna retire, huh? She.
And I was like, well, when I
No,
wrote
I
all the
heard they were
paperwork, we have two commissioners.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So-
You know.
I mean, I know she's,
But we can always modify it.
sure, she's.
We just
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Time is 4:30. If we can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Mr. Science from out in the crowd, you'll lead us, please.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. The two are present. Our newly assigned one is out in the crowd. We are going to waive public comment reading of the whole verbatim unless you or would like me to read it. I think you guys know what it says. We're going to now skip to bring Mr. Science up here.
The report.
Well, you want to, okay, we're gonna
That's a
go.
non-action item.
All right,
But
yeah, we're gonna jump up on the schedule because I want him over here instead of out there. We're going to welcome Mr. Gilbert Sines, long-term time employee of the district. He has been selected by CSEA as their representative on the thing. Oh, you guys already know this. I'm just kind of going off thing here for the two people watching. So Mr. Sines, come on up, and Mr. Ortiz is going to swear you in, and then we're going to give you all the hard jobs to do.
You go on the committees that nobody wants. All right, congratulations, Mr. Size. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. So I
Gilbert Size,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United
to
States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion.
and that I will well and faithfully
I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon
discharge the duties upon
which I'm about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, Mr. Sines.
I am sure he's gone over everything that you're gonna need is inside of your notebook. And I'm assuming maybe you talked to him about the format of what it is that we do or any of the other stuff. All right, with that being said, commissioner reports. You're up.
Commissioner reports?
Yeah. Say, hello, I'm Gilbert and great to be here. Thank you very much, CSEA. I look forward to doing all these great things.
What he said.
I think you'll be truly beneficial on this for the fact that you've, been in these walls for as long as you have
Yeah.
and stuff. And the institutional knowledge that's probably, embedded in there is
And
gonna be
I've
great.
had dealings with the personnel commission, both good and bad.
I was gonna say, probably both sides of
Yeah,
the years.
so,
Welcome aboard,
A lot of history. Welcome.
Mr. G.
Just want to welcome you guys to the commission, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Ditto.
I know,
CSE.
Ben, you're-
Yeah.
We used to play softball. against each other.
Exactly. Opposing sides,
Yeah.
but we were better.
Yeah, yeah. You guys were.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome. You forgot what it's like around here.
I haven't been to a PC for a while. I've had to send somebody or we just haven't been available.
Please introduce yourself. We don't know
So
who you
much
are.
going on.
And you are, ma'am.
So, really, right now, we are getting ready to hopefully close up negotiations with the district. Just a couple more items to wrap up. Quite a few MOUs that need to be put in place. I am grateful to Mr. Ortiz, who's been and the staff, for Julia and Maria as well, working hard to get a good understanding of his new role and getting the vacancies and everything that have been such a long list more in order. keeping on top of the testing, getting the flyers out, you know, to advertise and things like that. So I'm very appreciative that he's kind of came in and hit the ground running on that. We don't have as many vacancies now. They're doing a lot of testing, so I'm really glad to see all that. Welcome, Mr. Size. I'm glad you were able to come in a month earlier than anticipated, so that's nice to see. A full board back again, so hopefully that you guys are really taking into consideration the things that are brought before you, and asking those questions that need to be asked on the items that are brought before you. So I appreciate that. In regards to our board, our e-board, we have officer skills training coming up and some steward training in regards to supporting our members, representing them, making sure that processes are that have been agreed to and put in place are being followed, and just continue working with the district and the personnel commission in my role as president. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. District updates,
Good
sir?
afternoon, board. Reiterate, we're also pleased that we have been engaging in negotiations. We exchanged all the proposals. We're talking about money and health and welfare right now, so that's good. We're almost there. We're gonna have a few more coming up soon here. Looking forward to close that, hopefully soon, so we can get them paid. In addition to that, today we had a reclassification committee, so we have some members that filed for reclassification, and so we did the interviews today. That whole process went really well. We're gonna meet soon to discuss the next steps with those employees to make a recommendation to the personnel commission to either reclassify or not. And so then, just giving you an update on that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ortiz.
Yes. Good evening, commissioners. Welcome, Mr. Size, to the commission. It is your most welcome here. Glad to see a full commission. This is my report for this month. We have 2 interviews in process, which things change so fast here that those may have occurred already, but we do have in process. We have 4 recruitments in the testing stage, and currently we have 0 recruitments that are open. We have 373 classified employees, 170 that are 8-hour full-time. We have 120 that are benefited part-time, and then 83 that are non-benefited. And we have 15 classified management employees at last count. On the updates on some of these classifications, the security, we can both safety and security, we took the input from this commission, and we have made them a priority. So whenever there is a vacancy, those become a priority in our office. And
Question on that, if, just say we have now campus security officers, I believe, or whatever. If one was to leave or something, do we still have an open list because there was more qualified candidates and they could fill, ASAP pretty much on that one?
yeah, we have a good list that we
Okay.
bring for you for signature. So yes,
Oh, perfect.
yes, we
So
do.
just in case anything was to happen.
So, and the same with the safety, it's a recent list, so we still have a good list on that one. So,
It's still a process though that has to happen first
Yes.
before you can go to the list.
yes. Yes, there's transfer the mode, all that has to happen.
Oh, okay, yeah, all the other stuff.
Everything else.
But we have, once everybody cleared the hurdles, we can just take next person up.
Or the top three.
Okay.
Or there's a transfer to be considered, right?
Yes.
And so we have one security vacancy at the junior high school, but we're scheduling an interview. I saw that email. So that's an update. Safety, we have no vacancies, official vacancy that we're gonna fill here soon. Custodial, no vacancies at this time. Paraeducators, I've reported that before. I have all 3 lists here to sign, so the eligibility lists are good to go. The transfer the mode has posted and all that. However, what we're doing now is ensuring that we capture all those positions that are out there. There's been board action on certain positions that we're finding that are not properly recorded, so we're cross-referencing lists, our list a list from the principals, because the principals report in. And some of those, vacancies that they think they have, sometimes they're not, there's not a number attached to it. So we're trying to reconcile that. Once that happens, we can move on to actual matching, and that's gonna be huge, right? It's about 38 vacancies at that point.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be an all-day event. We call that Parapalooza is what we're.
I like it.
It's
Okay, who
Parapalooza.
came up with it?
The staff. I'll give that to the staff. We're targeting to complete this, next week, so we hope to have at least the cross-referencing of the list, and then we can schedule big interviews, right, for the pair. Electrician interviews were held already, and offer was made and accepted.
Oh, good.
So we're just waiting for, all the rest of the paperwork, because they're an outside candidate, so they have to go through all the fingerprints and all the onboarding.
On that, and just, I don't know why we want to, make them feel good. Can you write an email to, Mr. Eastless
Sure.
and kind of advise him of the process, just to, pacify him and tell him, we got it, because that's a big bone of contention.
So I did report this at the board meeting on Tuesday.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, perfect. So he's aware of it.
Verbally.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
this is, because it was that close that we managed to get this information out there, so.
Did he give you kudos or did he tear you down?
No, he had a tooth surgery, so he was not able to talk too much.
Oh, okay.
Right before the meeting.
Okay.
So he said I'm sure he'll be very pleased.
There we go.
On the director of purchasing, just wanted to touch on the process. We have 12 applicants, and out of those 12 applicants, 4 qualified to move on to the technical panel. The technical panel is a skills panel. It's this job, the purchasing and buying is so unique and technical that it's that terminology and laws I don't understand. Regular people don't understand. So we recruited 2 subject matter experts. These are other purchasing directors from neighboring districts, from Hesperia, and we have one, and also from the San Bernardino County Office of Ed. They helped us do the screening last Friday, and out of the 4 that had moved forward to a technical panel, 3 were recommended to move forward to selection. So those were our ranks. We had 3 ranks. There was a selection interview made on Tuesday, that occurred on Tuesday, and an offer was made and accepted. So that position has been filled.
Back to the top of that one. So
Sure.
when you got your applications, just explain to us laymen, how you took those applications and then broke it down to the 4 that went to technical.
So there was, the applications had 10 questions in them, and the 10 questions were asking about their experience in certain areas of purchasing and buying and so on. So depending, those 10 questions were graded by a panel of 3 individuals. We had 1 external individual, 2 internals, that, were given these applications with a 4 sheet, and they ensured that minimum qualifications were met, right? Education or experience, plus, if there was a driver's license or something required, they just check off boxes. And then they grade the 10 questions on a 0 to 10 scale. The hiring manager, kind of tells us what they're looking for, what is a 10, so they know how to calibrate their grading. So we give that to the panel. They in turn can do grade any way they want, but we give them some assistance so that they can calibrate, and then they score. And then once those scores are in and they bring them to me, I put them on a spreadsheet and we average them. And so the average of 3, that gives us a passing grade. Passing grade for that, has to be at least 60 or 70%, whatever we deem that to be. And that's
What did you say?
it was 60.
Okay.
And that gave us 4 candidates to move forward to the next stage. Everybody else was significantly lower than that, either in the 40s, 30s, or some people were as low as 15, right? So there was a wide spread in there, and that's on experience, right? People have to put it there. The questions were very specific, tell us about a time when you did, an RFP and start to finish, those kind of questions that are very specific to the job. So once, we have, those that clear the initial stage, then they go to a technical panel. There was 4. That's what occurred on Friday. And then I met with, the 2 purchasing directors, to prep the day before, and they went over questions that they wanted to ask. So we put, the list of 10 questions, and, they were very technical again, stuff that I don't know how to do purchasing. So, then they screened the candidates, based on the 10 questions, gave us a grade. And, one of the candidates, they were of the opinion that one of the answers was so critical that they told us that it was not advised to move forward on one. Right. So even though, they look good on paper, once you were answering their actual questions with those people that are doing the job now, they couldn't move forward. So those were 3 ranks, and they moved forward to the selection, day. We put another set of questions together, another 10. We had a panel of 5 individuals that did the screening. So it was a hiring manager, the assistant superintendent of HR. We had the director of nutrition services. The CSEA president was here as well.
Oh,
Brian, the director of, maintenance, right, Mr. Hooker. And, they screened the applicants, deliberated, and the team came up with,
we got it.
we got what we got. Right, so, there was, some individuals that had a lot of experience, former directors from other districts, large districts, et cetera. Some, we had, out of state candidates, other neighboring districts, individuals that had experience in purchasing as well that were in the pool. But again, the process works, the wheels turn, and eventually we land where we land.
Checked all the boxes and did what we were supposed to do.
That's it. That's
Perfect.
it. So there's always a concern that at the end, people may not show up, especially when we have people that are from out of state, right? So, that occurred. We have somebody that canceled on us at the last minute. So, we moved forward with the 2 that were available. The panel was advised that they did not have to make a choice, right? They could also start the process over again, but they decided to make a selection. And, again, it's difficult because you're dealing with human beings and individuals. You don't know if sometimes people tell us they're going to be there and they're not going to be there. And so oftentimes we have to calibrate and go back to the pool, right? So then we have to move the grade, lower the grade and make some adjustments, maybe try to figure out what else we can do to bring another 2 candidates up or something, whatever that is. And so, yeah, it makes it kind of difficult, but at this point we have 2 that cleared, that were screened, and they were 1 individual was made an offer, and we have filled that position. Okay. What else do we have here to talk about? The office assistant, we had 123 applicants. 64 of those applicants actually qualified because they had a typing certificate, which was required. We have a good list, and we're scheduling interviews as far as I'm aware. Our outreach bilingual liaison, you have the list to sign. We're going to approve this meeting. Interviews were held and a selection and offer was made and accepted. So that has been filled. We're still working on a couple of recruitments. Health assistants 1, maintenance nutrition worker 1, nutrition service 2, school accounting technicians. Those are all closed, but we're pending testing. Those are in the pipeline. We have a couple of other things that we're working on over here. There's some reasonable assurance letters, the end of the year letters, and seniority lists, vacancy lists. And then as far as there's some trainings that we're helping to facilitate. The campus safety and security, there was an outside consultant that was hired and approved. And we already had the first two trainings, one at the high school and one here at the SDC just yesterday. And those trainings are Wednesday, March 12th, 19th, and April 2nd. Those are the next 3 dates. Trainings are gonna be held 1:30 PM to 4 PM. They're gonna be here at the SDC. Okay? We're also accepting nominations for Classified Employee of the Year. I know I reported this at the board meeting as well. We got 4 submissions. We also got 1 late one, so if we accept that one, we have 5. However, none of them met the minimum requirement of 5 years of longevity. And so they can't go to the county. However, we'll use them here locally and we'll recognize it here in Barstow at our district. And that is all I have to report. Do you have any questions?
Good to go.
All right.
I'll entertain a motion for the adoption of the agenda as presented.
I move.
All right, anybody want to do anything on the agenda? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? All right, administration, we did that already. Discussion items, we're gonna do the professional development for PC staff, AALRR training and conferences.
So this is item just, we put it here just for discussion and on the action items, we also included it there just because the timeline was so short that we wanted to anticipate and make sure that in case there was interest, then we can move forward to action. So this is the law firm, the Atkinson, Andelson, Loya, Root and Vilmo is the law firm that does a lot of these trainings for school districts. Most of their clients are school districts. This district is a client of this law firm, ALRR. And there's a couple of conferences that might be of interest to those here, to the PC, their commissioners, and one of them is this educational leaders conference. And I know Mr. Gutierrez mentioned that he's attended that a few times. So he's familiar with it, and it has a lot of material in there on things that have to do with employment, a lot of employment law. They have some sessions that are on artificial intelligence, and all around they deal with a lot of compliance issues that deal with education that might be related or might be useful for us. So that's one. The other one is this one that it's a day conference at Cerritos College. And this one is on the 27th of March. And this one is, it has different sessions that you can choose. So I think there's 4 blocks and you get to choose which one of those sessions you want to go into. There's reasonable accommodation, workplace investigations that, might be, it's relevant to us. Because in case, we get one of those, employment litigation, so that would be a good one where we can see what kind of litigation is out there in the employment area. Let's see, what else? Wage and hour compliance. I think those are always good. But those are just things that will keep us out of trouble and would make us be a good resource to the district in case we recognize something that might affect, liability. Let's see what else we have. We also have the Merit Academy, which I recommend any and all to attend. I'll probably be attending this, but putting it out there. It's all virtual. It used to be in person, so it's a lot more difficult.
It used to be in person.
It's
I've
in person.
attended.
Yes. So now it's a couple of Thursday afternoons and then Saturday mornings. It's about 6 sessions. Starts on March 29th, completes July 10th. And it talks about Brown Act, parliamentary procedure, recruitment and examination, a lot of the work we do. So it's just day-to-day stuff that we can do on that. And I believe those are all the discussion items that we have on that. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Any questions or?
Do we have any questions of him? Because I was gonna talk to him once we get down kind of to the bottom. Or I'll talk about it now. Gilbert, do you have anything?
And,
I'd be interested in going to at least the Merit Academy.
yes, that'd be good.
Yeah, I've done Merit Academy. Yeah, it's I think yeah, it's good for you.
Well, let's bring up something good here because it's later in the agenda.
Okay.
I don't travel well, shall we say. We signed up before we knew that you were coming on the board. And we have a conference, which is the annual conference for merit systems for the whole entire state of California. It's in Napa, California. It's in the middle of March, the 22nd. I would, since you're the new guy on board, if you would like to go, I would like to forego my position to you. We change the name on everything, hotel accommodations, and the sign up. And then I would like to go to the one in Cerritos because it's like a day trip and it's easier to go to.
Yeah.
Shelby Pismo Beach.
Well, the one that I'm referring to, that we've already signed up, we already paid
Yeah.
for. That's big, the big gigantic statewide conference. I think it would be good for you to go because you get to see everything and talk to everybody and.
It's a 1-day thing.
That
No,
one's
it's about 3 or 4 days.
It's about 3
Napa.
days. It's in Napa.
It's in Napa. So you'll either drive or fly. These guys all fly, but everything's already taken care of. If you don't go, then I gotta go. I'd kind of rather you go.
I just such short notice.
Yeah,
I have
sure,
to look and see.
Sure. You get back.
Well, double check and look and
Yeah,
Let us know.
and just let me know.
come on, Gilbert. These are the things.
Yeah.
Even volunteer.
Yeah.
And you
Give
said
That's
him,
item B, that's the CSPCA conference, that's the next item on the discussion.
Yes.
yeah, that's what we were
Yeah,
talking
that's what I'm
about.
saying, just so he knows which one it is.
Gotcha. And then the dates and everything.
March 15, 16, 17, something like that. It's a Saturday to Tuesday.
Okay,
And then,
It's actually a good experience.
so I bet babysit my grandkids. I sure take them to school and stuff like that. So I just.
Well, it's a weekend, so you'll miss one day.
Yeah, yeah, just, that's why I said, I'll look into it.
Check your
I'd
schedule.
like to, yeah.
let us know.
Go. And then, like I said, the Cerritos one sounds good, but I'm also gonna suggest the other one, the Arthur Andelson one in Shell Beach or whatever, because that's piggybacking off of the state one. I think it's a little over the top to be spending the amount of money for the state one and then rolling back around and spending all the money up at Shell Beach to do that one, literally within a week of each other. And the a month of each other, because that one's in April.
Yeah, it's in April.
You know, but you know, we can take the day and go to Cerritos. I wouldn't
Yes.
mind doing that one
Okay.
also. So that was my 2 cents on that subject.
No, I'm all for this training and
Yeah,
yeah, and Mr. Ortiz found all these different conferences that we could find more in the future and we could set up rearrange our budget starting next year to see if we accommodate.
We can do that. I'd also like to figure out ones for the girls,
Sure.
the ladies, excuse me, I apologize, or the assistants. And God, I just walked into a hole here. The office staff. I apologize, man.
They're going to Napa.
Yeah, they're going
Yeah.
to Napa, but also some outside training. Now that we have the SAMs and they're doing all that stuff, our office staff also should have the opportunity, you know, to excel in their positions. Also, we need to find some trainings,
I told
you know, for them exclusively.
That's right.
I told Director Ortiz when I did the Merit Academy in the class there were a lot of staff members
Oh,
doing
okay.
that too. So
Yes.
that's something to think about.
Yes. So, I asked the staff actually to give us feedback on trainings. I said to try to find trainings that they're interested in. I'm also looking for stuff that we can do in the fall. Yeah, like we kind of found these, you know, in a short amount of time. So I said, let's put them in here and at least have the discussion. And if there's interest, we could take action. And then I also included our budget. Our budget does have a big chunk of for conferences, which we're not gonna exhaust. And there is some transfer funds that we can do to accommodate if we wanna do that. I just wanna put that out there. for information. Also on the travel arrangements, I wanted to update you, right? So we managed to get the conference rate for